So guys, Dillian Whyte, obviously when there's a big fight, he likes to get himself involved. He likes to get himself, or always wants a piece of the action. And he's called out Alexander Usyk. He said it's a big fight between me and Usyk, and if he wants it, I'm game. I'm here to fight him. You know, Dillian Whyte calls out everybody. Dillian Whyte's the type of guy he wants to fight everybody. You know, credit to him. He's improving. He's a good fighter, and you know he'll fight literally anyone. You know, so you've got to give someone like Dillian Whyte a lot of credit. You know, he goes and takes on big stiff challenges. Look, he's fighting Derek Chisora in December. He didn't need to fight Derek Chisora. He probably has a Joshua fight waiting for him. But you know what? The competitive man that Dillian Whyte is, he wants that fight with Chisora. Now, what I do think is, if the Wilder and Joshua fight miraculously somehow ends up happening in April, I do think that leaves a very good window there open for Dillian Whyte and Alexander Usyk. And I do think Alexander Usyk would fight Dillian Whyte straight away, entering the heavyweight division. I think he would go straight into that fight. I don't think he'd go into the Joshua fight straight away. He's already said that he wants to make gradual steps to that fight. But I think Dillian Whyte would definitely be something that he would consider taking right away. Not because Dillian Whyte's not a tough fight. Dillian Whyte's a good fighter. He's a tough fight. But how do I think the Dillian Whyte and Alexander Usyk fight would go? Honestly, I think Alexander Usyk outboxes him. After seeing Parker, and don't get me wrong, I don't think Parker's much bigger in terms of size and strength than Alexander Usyk. Because let's not forget, Usyk fought amateurs in the heavyweight. So Dillian Whyte said that in an interview with Boxing Social that it's a different fight fighting heavyweights. He goes, I would lean on him, I would make him comfortable, I'd rough him up. The problem is, don't you think he's had that done to him before when he's fought so many times, had so many fights? People have tried that tactic before. They've tried to rough him up. They've tried to do all of that. But it's easy. It's like, it's easier said than done, because people from the outside said that about Mayweather. Oh, we're going to go in there, we're going to rough it up, we're going to make it tough, we're going to make it horrible. When they get in there, they realise it's not as easy as what they thought talking on the outside. And that's what Dillian Whyte may find out if he was to fight Alexander Usyk. That it may not be that easy to rough someone like that up, because he's strong. Yes, he might not be a natural 17.5, 18 stoner, but believe you me, he's easily going to be fighting about 15.5 stone, and he's strong, and he can whack, he can punch Alexander Usyk. So you're not going to walk him down and rough him up. You're going to be eating jabs, you're going to be eating left hands, and you don't want that left hand hitting you on a consistent basis, because that's a dangerous punch. Tony Bellew's got one of the best chins in the game, and he got flattened, you know. So, and Dillian Whyte, we already saw against Parker. People would say, oh, well, Tony Bellew got tired, that's why he got flattened. And that's probably true. But Dillian Whyte gets tired as well. As we saw in the Joseph Parker fight, towards the end, he was completely gone. I think Usyk's somebody that he's not going to get tired. You look at against Bellew, he went 8 rounds with Bellew, he looked fresh. He didn't even look like he'd been in a fight. He wasn't blowing, just looked so easy for him. So I do think that's a hard fight for Dillian Whyte. Listen, Dillian Whyte's a good, improving fighter, but Alexander Usyk's the elite of the elite, and I don't know whether Dillian Whyte's got enough in his arsenal to, even though he's got the size advantage, to beat someone like Alexander Usyk. I would favour Usyk massively in that fight. But Dillian Whyte is definitely improving, and he's got a big heart, so you can't count someone like Dillian Whyte out. But it's just a bit like Tony Bellew. You couldn't count Tony Bellew out, but these guys, someone like Usyk, his skill level is too high, too high. And I just think his boxing IQ is far superior than someone like Dillian Whyte. And technically he's a lot better. So I just think Usyk would win that fight. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know how you think that fight would go. And guys, I'll see you in the next part of the video.